I will put the hammer down.
Put me up in that algorithm, y'all, and holla at your girl. I'm Queens. I got Queens in the building. I got BX in the building. I got Harlem in the building, and I got the transplant that moved from New York to Atlanta. So New York is in the building, y'all. What's up, everybody? We are talking about Run the World on Monday evening. How y'all doing? We got people still coming in. I just want to say what's up, y'all. And so we're gonna talk about Run the World. The episode was called Homecoming. And we got some kind of little dilemma about Renee about to be getting herself into. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into what happened on this episode. And let me bring my panel in. Let me bring my people in. I got from the BX. I got Tamika's Den from the Bronx.
Hey,
I got from the DMV area. What's up, Tamika? I got from the DMV area. Nita Tifa. What's up, Nita?
What's up?
And from Texas. She's the TV junkie, EJ the TV junkie. What it is, EJ?
What up? What's up, everybody?
What's going on, EJ?
All right, so what did y'all think about the episode? Is there still questions? I know we really trying to work with them. We trying to finish this out, but
we trying.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was certain people that was kind of ticking me off a little something. But I think I've been saying that every week.
Yeah, they on my nerves. I can't stand none of these females in this, except for Renee.
What I really like is Renee, but I still think she making a mistake.
Yeah, but I can't stand Sandy and Whitney right now. They just on my nerves so bad. Oh God.
Yeah, they both were irritating me this episode. I was a little annoyed.
Cause Sandy acting like she didn't have like she had a scrub. She was getting on my nerves. Like, bitch, you didn't have no scrub.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I that's the part I'm trying to figure out. You had a whole professor, a man that knew how to articulate himself. You mean to tell me you and him couldn't have a conversation? I'm just saying. But I like how she did. I'll get to it. The person that pissed me off the most throughout this episode was Whitney. She just and I had a question for y'all. I didn't do a vote in the poll, but I do have a question that I was gonna ask y'all. Do y'all think Whitney was acting childish? I'm gonna just cut to the chase. Like, why did she revert back to I just didn't like her whole little attitude from the time they got to the club.
Yeah, Whitney, for me, I don't know, just the way they wrote that whole story, it annoyed me. I felt like she was still not trying to take responsibility. She was still trying to put it on other people. It was like she want her family, her friends, Ola, everybody to pretend that what happened didn't happen and be like, oh, you right, girl, or something like that. I don't know, but it was annoying to me. And I'm like, I'm that person that in my friendships and family relationships or whatever, was right is right, was wrong is wrong. I don't care if you my mother, my sister, my brother, my cousin. I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. You may not want to hear it, but I'm gonna say it. So, but then her relationship and the way the parents was acting was a little weird and a little off to me too at the same time. But I just was kind of like, what are we doing here? And I guess we'll get more into it later. But I was like, girl, what's really happening right now? And it did seem like she was reverting back.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
don't
she had a
know.
little spoiled brat thing going on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like girl, no. Like,
All right, so
like
we're gonna just
want people to agree with you when you're wrong. And I'm just like, I just think maybe she just has some more growing up to do.
Yeah, that
I
could
mean,
definitely be a possibility.
I
growing up.
guess.
Come on, you got a whole job and you a businesswoman. Growing up,
Yeah,
you
but
grown.
sometimes
They in
because when
their 30s.
people could be the age, but they still not there mentally at the same time,
Yeah, Ola was like her first boyfriend, right?
Yeah, it
Oh,
felt
Heck
like
yeah.
that,
that's
like
why
they
they
had been
married.
together since high school or college, whatever it was. So yeah.
College.
hmm
Act your
So
age, not your
sometimes when you
time.
don't get that experience when you younger, then you act out when you get older. Like even with my son, he didn't give me problems as a teenager. It felt like once he passed 21, then that's when he wanted to act the daggone fool. And I was like, no, you were supposed to do this like 5 years ago. So sometimes that does happen with people. I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna just dig into it. What I like the way she sat there and Whitney and Sandy told Amara about the breakup.
Yeah.
Once again, this man says nothing. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't have any input. Do you think this was the cause of the demise of their relationship, y'all? Because the way he communicates well outside of the home, but in the home he's not a real good communicator. What are your
Well,
thoughts,
I've
Nita?
been saying, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, you're right. I always say, you remember every episode, I'm always saying that they kind of misfired. They started their communication off wrong because it was trying to deceive the school, everybody else, and stuff like that. And they just never got on the right page with each other, being honest. And we both know that they're good communicators, but there's some hangups there, because he's been married before, and she hasn't. She's younger, but I still feel like there's a little bit. She feels, um, what do you call it? Like when there's a power dynamic, he is still older. He still holds a higher position than her, and I still feel like she kind of feels maybe like intimidated a little bit to speak her mind because she thinks she might lose him, or I don't know. She don't want to ruffle any feathers. She don't want any confrontation. It just feels like it's just off. Like they've always just been off. And I just think it just stemmed from how the relationship started. But I did commend her for having a conversation with the baby, because a lot of times, like even when I kind of went through my thing, I always just assumed that everybody just understood that, mommy and daddy ain't together no more. We not together no more. And we didn't have the hard conversation. So I do commend her for doing that. It was so funny how she kind of took it like the girl didn't care. But I mean, the girl, she's still just she's so young. She doesn't really know how to process it, and especially not to care about your feelings. She's just like, okay, like,
Right.
yeah. I'm glad she did though.
So, what's
Yeah.
your take on it, Tamika?
Yeah, I agree. I always thought communication was a big problem in a relationship. So more than likely that definitely assisted with them not being able to work it out. I know we only here for 30 minutes, so they gotta kind of get through the episode. But I still felt like they rushed it. Like, I'm glad they did show them sitting down talking to the daughter, but I felt like, okay, yeah, so we're not gonna still get no conversation and see what, I mean, I guess they said reading between the lines. We hear and we conversate one, now the relationship is just done. But I felt like they kind of skipped through when it came to those parts, but I was glad they showed that part with the daughter. I didn't expect the daughter to react any other way, because most of the time with kids, like, yeah, they understand. We kind of don't give them as much credit, but they also process it in a different way, like Nita said. So whether it's death, breakup, whatever different stuff, sickness, they just not gonna react to it the way that we may react to it as adults or even an older child. So she kind of took it personal when she like, oh, okay, so you're not gonna be around like that no more, but please make sure you still come through, and you come through for my birthday with a gift. Like, that's a typical child.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
So.
I thought the whole conversation with her, it was cute towards everything. So, like, the way she said, "Okay, you could just come to my birthday party, but you have to
Right.
come here." Yeah. So, do you think that's the end of them, though, y'all? Or do you think there's gonna be a closure conversation?
I don't think so. I think that's the end of them. I didn't. I didn't. Okay, so the conversation with the daughter, I thought it was really cute. I thought it was so cute. I love how she reacted to it. And she said, you'll find somebody eventually. Like, she understood exactly what was going on, And I think that, in all honesty, I think that if we had this conversation prior, if this breakup happens before her mom comes back, then she's more hurt by it. Like, then it affects her more. But I think because her mom is back, she's not going to be as affected. I think she's definitely going to miss her, but she's a kid, But I think that if, this happened prior to, then we might have saw something a little more from her, because she would have been missing a piece,
Exactly.
So, and then as far as he's concerned, I think in that moment, Matthew is still hurt. So Matthew is not saying anything because he's hurt right now. And the best thing you can do sometimes when you hurt is don't say anything. Right now, I just proposed to you. I just wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. And now we're sitting up here having this conversation with my daughter. I don't have anything to say to you right now. I think that's kind of where I would be at in my head. But, so that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah.
So, the girls go out. You know how they go? They have their little drinks and stuff, and they go out, and they find out that Ola's on a dating site, and he's showing thirst. I guess those are thirst trap pictures, right, y'all? That's like the phrase for it, a thirst trap picture.
Listen, I don't know, but I believe that's what a thirst trap look like.
Yeah,
with the showing pictures with his shirt off. Like he trying to holler at some girls and let them know that he's letting them know, like, I'm a catch. So he's letting them know I'm a catch.
And he is.
Yes. This is what I don't understand with her. And now you're mad. But once again, she didn't think this whole thing through when she went with the community peeing guy. That's the more stuff that happens, the more that's my answer with this. You did not think this whole thing out.
Yeah, no, she never.
To me, it's like, how much has she ever gone out with these girls where you acted this way the first time you go out this close to your wedding?
Yeah.
Y'all like,
I don't know. I don't, I mean, she human, so she gonna feel a way regardless, but that was just funny to me that you on the site, you trying to move on. You like, oh, when we, this the first time we all been single at the same time. Then it was funny when they was trying to call Renee out, because it was like, yeah, that's true. Are we gonna pretend that we ain't talk about divorce or nothing over here, but yeah, and nonetheless, the fact that she was mad, like, wait a minute, oh no, her whole mood changed when she saw that he's up there too. Like, yeah, I'm out here, I'm free. I ain't getting married no more. So I thought that was funny.
I
Yeah,
He
thought this
still
was.
wants to get
I'm sorry,
married. I think he
huh?
still wants to get married.
I think he do too. I think he just pretty much hurt, and he haven't heard anything from her as of yet as to why we should still be trying to come back together to make this relationship work. She just wanted him to just be over it, and that's not
yeah,
gonna work. Like,
I feel like she
Like,
didn't give him a good answer with why she did
mm-hmm,
it. It
exactly.
was like it was just like, okay, I did it. We're gonna go for
right,
counseling. You get over it. No, that's not
mm-hmm,
how it works.
right,
And she thought
absolutely,
from the day she told him that he was gonna be like, okay, we can move on. I'm
mm-hmm,
glad that you told me the truth.
right.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the chat and read the comments. Hey, AGA, she says
Okay.
with committed too soon to Ola, she didn't live before the relationship. I get that, but I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that do that. They didn't have the, those teenage years or early 20 years to explore different things, and later they start acting a daggone fool. That's why it's better to get it out your system when you're young.
Exactly.
Hmm. And she don't have a good answer. That was dumb of her. There was
Hmm.
another comment that HEA left. Oh, she said this is what she said about the whole issue with the girlfriend part, and she said, "True, my father's girlfriends just left and new ones appear." You know what? I dated this guy years ago, and the daughter spoke to me like recently, and she was
Hmm.
like, you know, the person the guy is getting married, but she was like, I don't even like her. That's she like told me that, and then she was just like, I thought for sure you and him was gonna get married. She said that, and I was like, nah, your father was doing too much. She, but you know what? They figure it out because they see a lot of these girls, some of them,
Hmm.
the daughters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
anywho, moving on. Unless somebody got the story.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, so that's what you said. The long and the short of it, Whitney effed up. All right.
pretty
So
much.
I will move on to the next thing. So we find out that Renee's nana dies. Well, passes away. Excuse me. And she passes. So they have a funeral to go to. And come to find out, your boy Preston done put them on a private flight, got them a driver and everything for when they come to Chicago. What is your take on? I'm gonna start with EJ. What
I
did you
thought it.
think about everything that's in this picture? Them getting the ride, the meet, and then we meet her cousin.
I love the cousin. She has so much energy, and the way that she thought she was her auntie. It's so funny because I have cousins that I think were that I used to think were my aunties as well, and they were cousins, but I just wanted them to be aunties for some reason. You just have that person sometimes that you think is your auntie. And
Mm-hmm.
then as far I thought that Preston, I was like, okay, Preston, I see you. I mean, I'm not mad at Preston. You know, he got it
Neither
and
am
he
I.
doing what he have to do and he giving it freely. So I'm with it.
Mm-hmm. So what's your take on Anita with this with the whole them coming there and them, the way they got there and meeting the cousin?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. People who got a lot of money, sometimes when when it comes down to the certain things that they do for you, it might just be a drop in the bucket as far as they are concerned. It may not be like all of what we may think it is, but um just to kind of get off with that, I mean, I do see HEA saying that he's leading with his wallet and it's going to backfire. Now, I don't know about that. I mean, it could. I don't think that there's any malicious intent behind it for some reason. I don't know for sure, but it just doesn't seem like, he just seems like he's genuinely trying to be nice, trying to extend these things to her. And, but that whole thing, she's going to get in trouble. When that driver walked in on that whole, we'll get there.
Well, we're gonna get there.
Yeah. But it ain't tricking if you got it. So that's how I feel about it.
That's
So
how I feel.
right. So
And
I'm
he
cool.
seems like he genuinely likes her.
Right.
What's your take on it? Do you got anything that you want to add to it, Tamika? You on mute.
No, I was saying not really. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like pretty much, unless they show us something else with him. Because I was saying when we talked about it last week, like sometimes they, have the representative, and you don't know if other things is gonna come out later. But what they showing us so far with him, I don't see nothing. But people do like to switch up. I know it's another show I'm watching where the guys kind of got all this money and giving. I'm like, is he really just gonna be giving all this and they gonna throw it back up on you later or whatever? But as long as he ain't doing that, then if you got a friend that can help you in that way, especially during a time like that, then why not? So I didn't see nothing wrong with it.
Okay, I hope we see her Kendall, her cousin. I'm hoping we gonna see her in the next couple of episodes just to liven up the thing where we can see a breath of fresh air because she's talking about coming back with her to New York, so I'm hoping we see this.
Yeah, because the other girls ain't really giving much of nothing. So
No.
So if she's here giving the energy, or she's supposed to be kind of replacing, was it did she have a bald head?
Yeah,
the tall bald head?
Ella.
If she's supposed to be trying to give that flavor to replace her, I'm here for it. So she did seem a little annoying, just
yeah.
but I think
but that's how she's like, how you be like when it's like a little, like a young person where they like doing too much, where you like, all right, calm down, chill out, pump your brakes. It's just something like that. But I think it's all like I guess like a little sisterly love, some situation like that.
Just excited to see her.
Yeah.
Now I do have some trivia questions, but let me see. I think I got something else. I got trivia questions. I got a true and false, and I got I wanted to ask. Oh, that's what I did. Nobody did. What did y'all think about him being silent with the breakup?
I think Tamika answered that. I think she
did.
EJ, they said that he was sad. He was sad and he just didn't really know what to add. But like you said, Moochie, you said that his non-communication sometimes in the household is a problem.
Yeah, that was the part that was weird to me because we never saw the conversation they had about when he first found out about the apartment and he says we got to talk. We didn't hear the talk.
Yeah,
and then when she came in
with
after the engagement, non-engagement, we didn't hear the talk. We just see them at the table with the child. So I'm assuming we're supposed to think that they already talked, and at this point it's just about them telling the daughters. That's why I said it kind of feels like something is missing. Feels a little rushed when it comes to that part, and like you're supposed to fill in the blanks and just assume whatever.
Watch, we gonna find out there was a scene that they cut.
Yeah, I think
we were supposed to see. Huh?
I think that it's because I think whoever I forgot who writes the show. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But whoever, like, the writing of it is cool. Don't get me wrong, but they always want us to assume that Matthew and Sandy have it together and that they just had this amicable conversation. But sometimes we want to see what this amicable conversation looks like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think they always want us to assume this. Like for the character Renee, they know that she's fiery and that whatever is about to happen between her conversation and her husband is going to be interesting. But Sandy and Matthew are just supposed to be, they're just supposed to be meek and mild. But I want to see some of these conversations. I think it would have made it better.
I agree. I
I would
totally
have
agree.
felt better about hearing why Sandy, what explanation she gave him. We saw what Whitney did, but
Exactly.
we didn't see what her full explanation as to why she really wants to be out of this relationship. We're all speculating at the end of the day, but I would have loved to hear that. So
Yeah, I felt like it was something missing because the next thing you know, they just out and she's like, I'm not gonna date older men no more. And they're like, oh, well, you said the same thing about younger men, and she's like, yeah, same for them. Like, huh?
Right.
What you
Okay.
gonna do? Who you dating?
Mm.
Who you dating?
Right. Women. Look, I mean, what else is there? You talk about no young men, no older men, girl. What?
Right.
Are we going across the pond?
Yeah, like what are you doing, mama? You know?
And then I definitely wanted to see some type of like feeling or emotion other than sulking and sadness from Matt. Like I really want to see some kind of back and forth with them. It just is odd. It's odd. And we can't really call it. We're just like EJ said, we're speculating. So
yeah, because
Right.
I think they don't give that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give arguing. They don't give fussing, fighting, emotions. They don't give that type of energy. They just give the okay, it is what it is, and move on type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it is weird because most people have a little, but you know there are
passion.
people who have some relationships that they have a conversation and the conversation is just meek and it's just that is what it is and there's no fire or passion
Right.
in it. But I want to see passion and fire. I
Me
wanted to
too.
see something more. So
And especially turning down a wedding proposal, I think that is definitely, even if you're the meekest and the mildest of people, I think that would be one of the things that could drive you off the edge, that could set off some of those feelings where we could get a little bit more.
yeah, and
Right.
even like what you said earlier, I don't know if it was you or Tamika, but remember when you were saying about the conversation that was supposed to happen about the apartment? I was expecting Matthew to go off on her.
Mhm.
I'm like, come on, Matthew, go ahead and tell her. But
Right.
They
in a
really
nice
didn't
way.
even have an
Still.
argument. I thought it was gonna
Yeah.
really be an argument the way he was like, no, we're gonna have this
Yeah.
conversation inside. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, no, all right, he gonna let her know like what you did was wrong.
But they probably had one of them therapy conversations. I feel like what
No,
you
but
did.
the worst thing was when he was like the effing scone. When he when they was talking about, remember how he was sitting in front of the coffee house. That was
Yeah.
that was like basically the like the uproar of the conversation with it. Other
I
than
don't
that,
know.
it really didn't get that loud or anything like that. It wasn't disrespectful or anything. They just had a like how they debate things. That's
Yeah.
just what it was.
I guess
Yeah.
maybe we should be happy that there's somebody with a relationship that's
It's
just
not toxic.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not toxic, but look, it's over though.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Gracious.
I mean, it's over. You know how y'all remember, I don't know if everybody's watched Sex in the City, but I remember how Carrie used to compare Aiden's boring relationship to her and Big's fiery relationship, and she felt like the passion and the fire. She kept saying, I want that kind of love. I want, I can't live without you, love. And it's so dull and kind of boring and mundane over there. And I don't think that that's what she kind of wanted. Like, she didn't feel like it was like that type of love just yet. So I think she was just kind of there biding her time. But I don't know. But I mean, do y'all understand what I'm saying about the whole, sometimes when you're younger, you want a little bit more
Yeah.
something going on, something that's a little bit more not ratchet, but you know what I'm saying? Just something, some passion,
Yeah,
some
like
fire.
fight for your love.
Right.
Yeah.
You love this woman, y'all. I don't know. That's how I felt.
But I feel like that's the thing that we don't get to see it. And we're just assuming that he didn't. And we don't know if he didn't. And that's what the problem is with the whole problem is that we needed to see if he really did. Like, what did he say? Like, did he have a comeback? Did he try to, tell her how much he loved her? Like, did he pour out his heart to her? And then Sandy just said, well, damn, I still don't want you. Like, what happened? And that's the problem. We don't see it. And I wish we did.
So what was y'all thoughts on Renee paying for her nana's funeral, her going home service?
I felt like that might have been something that was that we knew, that they knew, that maybe her fam, you know what I'm saying? Like, how sometimes people depend on everybody else in the family for certain things and stuff like that. I feel like maybe that was just a thing. Like, she's supposed to be the person, everybody's looking up to her, and they know she got the money. And I think that might have been the thing. I don't know, but if she had, if I feel like this is her nana, I mean, you do what you have to do. So I didn't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I felt like the parents was a little, I'm not the parents, but the parent was a little entitled a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of rubbed me wrong. But I definitely understand the dynamic because I'm that person too. So I understood the dynamic, but I just didn't like the way the mom kind of came off as a little, a little pushy, a little aggressive, and getting the high end stuff, girl. I'm like, girl, no.
But I felt like she didn't know she was going to be paying for this thing like this, but the aunt knew already.
Right.
Because she was like, no, let me tell her. Like, they already discussed that she was going to pay for it before she got there.
Right. And then all of a sudden, like, she talking about, I'm not married, burying my mother on a Wednesday. Like, girl, what? Like, see, those were the things that would tick me off a little bit. Like, I would, I'd just be like, okay.
No, you gonna take what I give you.
Right. Right. I just be, girl, I'd be like, it's the audacity for me. So
I didn't like that, and I didn't like the part where she said that Nana stopped paying the tithes, so that's the only way she could have her service done on a Wednesday. What type of church is that? They really do stuff like that?
And some of these bigger
wow.
churches, they be productions, girl.
I felt like that's what they more so was trying to show and point out, the fact that a lot of times people don't have insurance. They're not prepared for when a death happens. We're expecting her. She's usually the one that would help, and we think that she have the money because we think she still have the job. But now we finding out she don't have the job. She decided to start her own business, and we're finding out she have a new man. So I feel like that was just to open up, those parts of the story, but I don't necessarily like the way that they went about doing it. I think that's what it was supposed to be, though.
Yeah, they don't execute very well.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a trivia question. Hold up. Let me see. Okay, this is I got 3 questions. The first one is a true or false question. Hold up.
Is this season 1 or season 2? It's like, no, I'm just playing.
Nah, this is season 1. This is the actual episode.
Okay.
True or false? Renee's grandma passed in her sleep. True or false?
That's false. Cause she pulled the color purple.
That was the next thing.
On top of me.
Grandma got her groove back.
On top of me.
That was so funny.
All right, so Zach, I don't even know if I put it up. Let me come back out of here. Okay, that was the last question. I'm gonna remove that. So, what did y'all think about the cousin, yo? I liked him. He was funny. Right
Yeah,
now,
he was
yeah.
funny. I actually enjoyed him.
Oh man, poor Whitney. She ain't got it like she thinks she got it. So I'm just like, girl, you done messed up. Like it becomes more apparent every episode. Girl, you done effed up.
Yes.
Ray don't
And
even want you, girl. He don't even want
he
you.
don't even want you.
What Ray say at the end? He said, "I guess there's always Whitney." I said, "Dang, Ray."
So what's the okay? What made Whitney think Ola was still speaking with her parents?
The
A,
one.
is it A?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't see. I'm on my
You,
phone, so I can't see your things. My bad.
it's okay. Can you see it now?
No, I can see it, but I can't see it because it's so small. So you go ahead. I didn't know
All
there
right,
were multiple
Tamika
choices.
already answered it. So I said, what made Whitney think Ola was still speaking with her parents? Was it A, mom made Ola's favorite dish? B, dad hung up when Whitney came in the room? Or C, dad was drinking Ola's wine?
It's C.
Isn't that Ola's favorite wine? Did he send that to you? Do you still talk to him?
She sound crazy right there. Right there, she sound like really bugged out.
Y'all.
Yeah, she was mad because they don't got nothing against Ola.
What was you
I
gonna
got
say,
an
Nina?
honest question for y'all, and I don't know if I'm getting the shows mixed up, but I could have sworn Rick Fox was her father, and she had a different mother. Was Jasmine Guy the mom, and Rick Fox was the father? Did they totally recast them, or was that another show? Was that
That was
Harlem?
another
I
show, I
think
think.
I think
Somebody
that's a
said
different show.
that's a
But
different show.
The HEA said it was Harlem. Okay.
yeah,
yeah,
that's a
Harlem.
different
I
show.
know
Harlem.
Jasmine Guy was definitely the mother on Harlem.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
she was
They
the
look
mama.
different. They look really different. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really remember how her parents looked.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sorry, y'all. We watch so much.
it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
What did y'all think of the picture of them? But this kind of had me scratching my head because they showing a picture, but who's okay? We know we at Renee's house, but they saying Ella's in the middle in the picture because they was like, "Oh, I miss Elle." Like they was looking at the
Yeah.
picture and said that,
Mhm.
but it don't look like her to me. Like you couldn't get. I don't know.
They're supposed to be them younger, so you know.
Right. Yeah, none of them in the picture really look like them to me, but I mean they supposed to be younger, so I didn't pay that, much
Me neither.
attention to it. And then she was like, "Bump Ella, she ain't here." She just said her condolences.
They mentioned Ella name about 10 times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That makes me think: are they gonna bring her back now? Now that the restrictions are lifted with COVID.
Yeah.
They need
I
to do
don't know. I
something.
don't even know if this show gonna still be around. We'll
I,
see.
I don't think it's gonna make it either, y'all. And I love it. I like certain characters in the show where they should be in almost every episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she did write her eulogy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I was getting there with that, and then the way the parents was complaining about them not. The father seemed like he's kind of upset about her, like basically messing up this wedding thing.
He
Because
was. He was definitely upset.
he know. He say Ola was the son-in-law he wanted.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He messing it up. He sending wine. Ain't no telling Ola probably.
Exactly. So I'm gonna show this quick clip because I couldn't get that many clips because they was playing a lot of music in the background.
No, thank you. I feel like I'm going to too many funerals.
I'd rather have gone to a wedding. Or even a christening.
Ooh, I know that's right. I would love to have some little grandbabies running around here, but good luck getting these millennial career women to pop a kid out.
Yo, she was
That's a
funny, but she was
fact.
telling the truth.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
So they go out and party.
Oh, good.
And what did y'all think about Whitney and how she was acting about her kitty and all of that, y'all? Who's gonna talk? I'll speak last.
I'll go first. It was funny to me. I honestly, this was probably one of the few times I was like that she didn't get on my nerves. I was like, okay, I see you. At least you being honest. At least you finally just accepting what it is and maybe trying to put yourself out there again. Because Lord have mercy. I I just don't like her character. I don't know what it is about her,
Right.
but I just don't like it.
I thought I was the only one. I feel like she acts like a bird. And she
Oh,
too to me, you got this good job. We already know you have a good education. Why are you acting like a bird? I just I'm not getting it.
She just
And
be
it
doing
seemed
too
like
much.
Sandy was kind of irritated with her. This was like the beginning of her getting irritated. Do y'all think she slept with that guy when she left? Because she came in late.
Yeah, she came in 2 hours later
Yeah.
than Sandy.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
She might have. She said it had been a couple of months and she needed to itch her scratch. So scratch
Yeah,
her
well,
itch,
that's what
whatever.
got her into this. That's what got her into this.
Mhm.
And
He
then she
wasn't a
was just
bad looking
rambling and
guy.
talking to anybody.
Yeah, because she was like going mad hard. Oh, nobody's answering me. And then, look who comes through and like, oh, you want somebody? Why you ain't tell me?
She was trying to hook up though with it seemed like she was trying to hook up before she left town with somebody.
And
People
telling everybody, I'm
throwing
from New
caution
York.
to the wind.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah, I'm from out of town. I just okay. Let me see. I don't like when this is what she put. I don't like when we try to force people to have children or get married. I don't like that either. But they just showing you how disappointed they are because they want
Yeah.
grandchildren and stuff like that. I just wanted to bring light to to it. I
hmm
feel like you know
Yeah, everything ain't for everybody, and everybody don't want that. We have a society where that's just what most people be expecting, and of course, mamas be wanting their grandbabies and stuff. They be like, "When you gonna have a baby?" And it's like, "When you gonna get
mhm.
married?" And be like, not
And
now."
then she came home late, and even her parents was looking at her like she wild. And then Whitney's like, "What we
hmm
gonna do about her?" That
Right.
was funny to me.
Yeah,
I
that part
love
was
Sandy. Was
funny.
funny.
That was funny with
hmm
Sandy when she said that. What we gonna do about her?
Yeah, because she knew her parents was treating her kind of like the golden kid.
Right.
You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So she knew that she felt some
hmm
type of way about that. So
Yeah.
like, ooh, she
Okay,
gave
so
her that
Whitney
look
is
too.
giving first year of college since this breakup. You know what? You right
Absolutely.
about that.
hmm
She is giving off that like, you know what? I'm just gonna revert back to how it was before I met her.
Right. hmm
I mean, it feel like Ola is too. I mean, you don't got no choice but to kind of put yourself back out there or whatever.
hmm
I still feel like there's something missing. She needs to go back to that therapist from last week,
hmm
go
Mm-hmm.
more times and process
Yeah, I
that.
also thought it was funny that her mother was like, I had some, I told my therapist, and she's like, you seeing a therapist now? Like, yeah, we gotta learn how to
Look,
cope
after
one
what
way.
you did and all the money we, because you know the
hmm
parents probably paid for that wedding.
Yeah.
Our money back with that. You know how many people lost their money during COVID that was getting married and things got canceled and they had to go to Judge Judy and stuff like that. But anywho, they was all on Judge Judy, and she be telling the she be letting you know.
hmm
All right, so this is another trivia question, y'all. What was the rated? Oh, I've spelled rated wrong. I just noticed that. I was just trying to get it done, y'all. So excuse my typo. What was the rated R movie that Renee's Nana took them to see?
Almost. Oh, can I say it? I can't type it. Sorry, I'm on my phone.
Go ahead, give us the answer.
Homicide.
Mm-hmm.
Give us free. That's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my youngest is 8. Wait, my youngest is 8. Oldest is 24 in a few days. My mother, are we gonna have another baby? What? Yeah, get a puppy. Yeah.
Right.
I'd be like, I'm done with that part of my life. I used to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I am done with it. Like you said, Brillo not here to bother me. You know Brillo don't like, he's like, I don't care about none of this. He would tell you straight up with this one. Anywho, I like the eulogy she read. What was
Yeah,
y'all thoughts on it?
I
Yeah,
loved
I
it.
like that it was a perfect fit and it was a way for them to add, Ellen into it.
Mm-hmm.
Agree with Tamika. I agree, 100%.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna get into the last part, the most important part. We see Whitney mix with her. We see that with that her husband, strange husband, comes to the funeral,
Mhm.
and she seemed like she was shocked to see him there. I don't understand why they didn't break up on bad terms. She
Mm-mm.
just was like the way she deaded him was like,
I knew he
but
was
he
coming. I knew he would be there before this episode was over. Once they had the death, I said one point or another he gonna show us. So when they show him walking the back, I was like, there you go.
mm,
I knew it couldn't end without him showing up for her during, something like this. So it made
I
sense. And we was just talking about last week, when is he gonna come and what's the interaction gonna be with them?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he came though. What
Yeah.
did y'all like that he showed up there? Because I feel
Yeah,
like he wasn't a bad guy. He just didn't have his stuff together, and he did little
Mm-hmm.
little things wrong. But he did love her. But
Mm-hmm.
he did love her, and I guess she just was tired of how things was going, and tired of footing the bill.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And now it seems like things are picking up for both of them. So their dynamic
Mm-hmm.
as far as their professional lives is changing. So I don't know what that means for the personal life now.
Right.
Am I the only one that want to see them together? Because I honestly
I
want.
did feel like they was gonna get back together, but now that homeboy is in the mix, I don't know
Yeah,
what that dynamic is. You know what I mean?
exactly. That's
Because
what
she
I want
seemed
to
like
see.
she was feeling a little something,
Look, she slept with him right before she met this guy.
something.
Yeah.
And he had to go to Atlanta. So, he's thinking she was gonna be there when he get back. Like they all do. Oh, she
Mm-hmm.
ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
they
just
be
saying.
thinking that. They be
Look, she
popping
ain't
back
going
up.
nowhere. I'm gonna just hit her off before I leave because I know I'm leaving
Mm-hmm.
town. I know she wants
Mm-hmm.
something. I'm gonna give her what she want, and she be all right till I get
That's what they say,
back.
Moochie. That's how they
Hmm?
say it. That's how they say
Mm-hmm.
it.
And she be
Mm-hmm. And
alright.
she was
Look, she
thinking
be
about
alright
it
till I
for
get
a
back.
minute. She like, no, V, no. Mm-hmm.
She be alright till I get back. But I did like the gesture he did with looking for this because her cousin was looking all over for this shawl, and he made a couple of phone calls and found it.
Yeah.
But
That
then
kind of won me over with him. I was
Yeah,
that
like,
me too.
did too. And it won her over too, because look at her.
yeah.
But it was
Until
so
that guy
genuine.
came in,
Yeah, and it
he was
was
like, "Oh, you
genuine. You
crying?"
see how he knew about it when she
Right.
like it was
Mm-hmm.
so
He remembered
genuine.
exactly what it was,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
and
it's
she was like, "Oh, you remembered? Of course I
mm-hmm.
did."
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
like
I remember a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And as much as I like the character Preston, like I like him in a sense, but like we've all said, we don't know what's behind door number 2. We only know
Right.
what's behind door number 1. But at the end of the day, this guy we know has a true, genuine love for her. They just, like Moochie said, they had some issues going on, like those things, but those are fixable things. Like those are so fixable. This was
Yeah.
genuine. I literally was like, okay, I want to see them back together now. I really want that for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this made me want to see them back together, but I still feel like, look, she gave this guy a chance, and look what happened. And I feel like I like Preston. She gonna have to make a choice. Like this is gonna be hard for her. I think. What do y'all think?
If
I don't
he's
think it's gonna be hard. Go ahead. I'm
isn't
sorry.
he out of town? Like, isn't he like kind of bi-coastal, moving around, touring and stuff like that? He doesn't really have
Mm-hmm.
time for her like that, right?
Yeah, I think he
He
had moved to Atlanta and now he has the record deal and he could possibly be touring. So that would definitely change the dynamic. But I don't know, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, but Preston run a whole company too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's gonna like. You know, I don't know.
Always be available.
Yeah, I don't know.
exactly.
I like the fact that Preston has all this money, but money can't buy what they just had. That moment that they had where he showed up for her, even though he was way in Atlanta or doing wherever, he dropped whatever it was that he was doing. He came there, he knew exactly what she was talking about, and then he went and found it. He didn't want anything from her. He just did it because he
Yeah.
loved her.
Because at first, when they was
Exactly.
still at the service, he was like, "I got something to go take care of," and I'm assuming he was going to take care of this. And she's like, "What? You
Mm-hmm.
not going to the repass?" And then when he popped back up, she wasn't expecting that. And then, he like, "Oh, you doing big time like that?" And it's like, my friend. So I felt a little heartbroken for him.
I felt
Yeah.
bad for him too. He just left. He
Aw.
just
Yeah.
left.
Cause did
So
y'all get the idea that he was like, okay, I'm gonna get my ish together and then come back and get my woman? That's the kind of vibe
that's what
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love
That's
that.
what I got too.
Because a lot of times you do need that little break so that each individual can grow, know what to appreciate, know what they want, and maybe get more clear. Because sometimes when you're in it,
Mhm.
you can't see the forest for the trees. So
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I love if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. So
Yeah.
I just hope it goes like that. So we'll see.
we might see, girl.
We might see. Look, if they don't get to it in the next 2 episodes and this
Right.
get
By the
canceled, we
season
ain't gonna
finale.
know. Cause it just it's not looking good. I'm just looking. I'm it, I'm surprised they brought it back for a second season, but I'm glad they did.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like they should have came hard this time though.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see which way they're gonna go.
Yup. So that
Mhm.
I think okay, I did answer that. Okay. So that is our show, ladies. What y'all got going on your channels? EJ, what you got going on?
Um. Um.
Oh shoot.
I can.
Wait, sorry. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was like, what happened to me?
I meant to make you big and I got rid of you by accident. Sorry.
No problem. Let's see. All the Queen's Mans comes back on July the 20th, so I'll be doing a lot of videos about that leading up to that. I'll probably be doing some family business stuff as well. Just keeping myself busy and occupied on some of the while I'm waiting on some stuff. Um, I'm probably gonna do something on the Shy, like a catch up recap or something, just to get some anticipation behind that since that's coming back out soon. And then I'm sure Tamika and I are gonna be doing well. That's not till August because this July. That's the team will come out in August, but early announcement. We'll probably do that more than likely. I think they asked us to do it again, um, so hopefully we do that. But other than that, I think that's all I really got going on right now, child. I don't know. Keep your notifications on.
All right. What you got going on? Wait, hold on. I'm doing it wrong. I almost got rid of you again. Sorry about that. What you got going on, Nita?
Okay, so I have and just like that, that's the spinoff to Sex in the City. I'm getting ready to drop the recap of season 1 that I'm actually editing and getting ready to drop probably tomorrow morning, and then I'll be doing a little catch up session of episodes 1 and 2 for season 2 that's out. I'll probably be doing some hot topics on Friday. I'll be doing some reality TV talk like Love and Marriage. Is a new one called Detroit, and it's real juicy, y'all. So y'all make sure you tune in on
Mhm.
that one. It's
Yeah,
really
they
good.
pushed it back.
Huh?
They pushed it back.
No, no, it came out. It came out
Oh,
on
okay,
Friday.
because he was saying they pushed it back.
Oh no, it's on there.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's on the own channel. It came out
Okay.
Friday after Bell Collective.
Oh, I'm thinking you talking about T Streams thing.
Oh, yeah, no. I
Yeah,
haven't
his
yeah, I
got
haven't
pushed
heard
back.
yeah, I haven't heard anything regarding
Yeah,
that one.
his. Yeah, that's what I thought you was talking about. That his got pushed back.
Okay,
So
okay. And then I'm doing, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Bell Collective, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and all that good stuff. So I'm pretty busy. I'm going to see Indiana Jones on Wednesday. So that's Indiana Jones 5, Dial of Destiny. So that review should be out this week as well. So I'm pretty busy. So yeah.
okay.
Hey.
And what you got going on, Tamika, from Tamika's Den?
Right now, only thing really is Sisters, of course, on Wednesday. Um, of course, myself, Moochie, and EJ, we are working on some things to bring out on Thursday. So this Thursday, I believe, is supposed to be Strength of a Woman, and what was it?
Real
And
love.
I'm
And
sorry, a Real Love,
real
yeah.
love.
And next week Thursday will be the Keisha Cole story, and then we'll keep it going. Find some other things for the other Thursdays. Tune in and keep your notifications on for that. And then we did Mahogany yesterday. If anybody missed it, of course, the fourth Sundays we always do our throwback movie. And this Saturday I will have what you call it, self-care Saturday, and what you should be watching, telling y'all everything that's coming out, to look forward to July in the movie theaters and streaming services. And I'm also trying to do like an overall. It's not going to be like an episode by episode, just overall of the series, the season, what went down in Class of '09. Sometime this week, I just don't know what day I'm going to put it for, and one for Black Mirror. So be on the lookout for that.
All right. Well, tomorrow y'all need to join me for tomorrow. Please join me for we're doing the Running for His Life, the Lawrence Phillips story. We're going to be talking about that. And Candy, I did see the Monopoly scandal. That was good. And yeah, it's like a mini series. It was very good though. I
Oh
did see
yeah, I
that. I
remember
watched
that.
that last year. It was crazy. So yeah,
Mhm.
put that on the list. We might do something with that. So check it out. So tomorrow we'll be talking about the Lawrence Phillips story. So please put your notifications on. If you did not watch it, it is available on Showtime. So hopefully you guys could come and tune in and watch that. Okay. So that's all for tonight. That is our show. Thanks for coming out. God bless y'all. Have a good night. Talk to you guys soon and later. Ew.